name is Cheryl Dunn, and I teach at Core Therapy and Pilates in Austin, Texas. And today we're going to do a reformer workout teaching the basic movements in the spine, which are flexion, extension, rotation, and side bending. And we're going to do this all in a seated position. So I have him seated here on the reformer with no springs, with the feet in the carriage. Now because his legs are a little bit longer, I put him on a small moon box to elevate him a little bit so we don't get too cramped here in the front of the thigh and the hip flexor area. So first thing you need to find in a seated position is you need to find how to be seated in neutral. So what we're going to do here is I want you to just send the carriage forward and back and start to feel your sits bones. I want you to send it forward and you're going to feel like you're sitting on the back of your sits bones. And then I want you to come where you perceive that middle to be. And then I want you to send the carriage back to where you're seated on the front of your sits bones. And then come back where you perceive that middle to be. And I want you to think about the distance and how far it took you to get to the front and how far it took you to get to the back. And I want that distance from the middle to be pretty equal distant. If you're sending it way forward and not so far back, then you want to rearrange that middle so it's a little bit in the center there. And once you find that center position, we're going to work on elevating your spine. So you're going to take an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to lift up through your pelvic floor. You're going to engage through your transverse. And I want you to lengthen your spine all the way up into my hand, reaching out through the crown of your head. And then exhale. Let's try it again. Lift through the pelvic floor, engage the transverse, lengthen all the way up through my hand. And you're going to find that you're finding opposition here. As the sits bones are reaching down, the crown is reaching up, and we're creating space in that spine. And that's going to be the foundation of our movement here, is elevating the spine. So from this neutral position and elevating the spine, we're going to move the spine into flexion and extension. And here we're going to allow the carriage to move. We're going to use that carriage to help us find these positions. So let's do that here. So you're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, go ahead and elevate your spine. And I want you to send the carriage back. And you're going to find the relationship between the head and the sacrum. So as you're sending it back, you're gliding the shoulders down, lifting the sternum up, and we're extending that entire spine here. And then inhale, come back into that neutral position. And as you exhale, you're going to go ahead and elevate the spine. You're going to send the carriage forward, going into that flexion, curling the head and the sacrum together. Inhale back to your center, finding that neutral. And exhale, go ahead and send the carriage back. Glide the shoulders down, lift the sternum up, finding that extension through the entire spine. Inhale, come back to your center. And exhale, curl, sending that carriage forward. Inhale, back to your center. And exhale, go ahead and send the carriage back. Thinking of that rib cage actually moving forward, lifting up. Inhale, come back to your center. And exhale here, I want you to think of that rib cage actually moving back and up to hug the back of the shoulders, and inhale back to your center, and exhale. As you send that carriage back, those ribs are coming forward and up and together. Inhale back to your center, and last time into flexion, curling it forward, keeping that belly tight, and inhale back to your center. Good, and relax here. So now we're going to go into some rotation. And with rotation, we're not going to let the carriage move. And we're going to do this with a pole. You're going to go ahead and take the pole and you're going to place it behind your upper back. And you want to have your hands reaching long. You can let the elbows fall down just slightly so the shoulders are a little relaxed. But the palms of the hands are gently pressing into the pole. This will keep the chest open. And if this is too much opening for somebody's shoulder, then you want to go ahead and do it with the arms straight, not using a pole. But today we're going to use the pole. So from here, we're going to go into rotation, and we're going to rotate to your right first. You're going to elevate your spine, rotating, and making sure that this pole stays horizontal. It's not going to shift one way or the other. Inhale, you're coming back to your center. Now exhale, elevate. Keep that elevation as you go around. Let that gaze take you around the corner. Inhale back to your center. And exhale, elevate. Keeping the pole level, making sure the carriage isn't moving here. This is work through that bottom trunk to keep the carriage steady so it doesn't move. And exhale, keep the spine long. Don't send the carriage away, keep it steady. And exhale, elevate. And bring it around. Inhale back to your center. Last one, rotating towards your left, elevate. And coming around the corner. So we're going to add a little opposition here with the leg. So I want you to go ahead and take your right leg and you're going to place it up here on the wood. And as this next time, as we rotate to the right, we'll be pressing this leg out. So inhale before you begin. And exhale, elevate. Start to rotate to the right as you press out, opening behind the knee. As you inhale, go ahead and pull that carriage in using that hamstring. And let's switch legs here. Go ahead and place that left leg up. Good. Inhale before you begin. Exhale, elevate. Find the opposition as you reach out through this heel, lengthen up through your spine. Good. Inhale, pull it in using that hamstring. And let's switch the legs. And exhale, elevate. Press away, opening up behind the knee, getting tall through the spine. And pull it back in. Last one. Go ahead and switch those legs. And exhale, belly in. Lengthen. Reach out through the leg as much as you're reaching up through the head. And bringing it back in. Good. Go ahead and rest the legs down. I'm going to take the pole away here. And go ahead and take those shoulders and circle them around. Loosen them up. Let's take it forward and back. Good. And now we're going to go into a side bending in the spine. And with side bending, you can also use the pole or you can just use your arms. And this time we're going to go ahead and just use the arms. So the arms are out, the shoulders are nice and relaxed down the back. We're not going to allow the carriage to move again. We're going to keep the carriage steady. You're going to inhale before you begin. You're going to exhale and you're going to elevate. And we're going to side bend over towards me. And here I want you to think of opening up through that rib cage, lengthening out. Good. And bring it back to your center, pulling that belly in. Now inhale before you begin. And exhale, elevate. Good. Start to side bend over by reaching up through here. Hold it here. Inhale, opening up through those ribs. And exhale to your center. Good. Inhale before you begin. And exhale. Get up nice and tall. Open up through this rib. Hold here. Inhale into my hand. Good. And exhale to bring it back to your center. Make sure you're right on top of the sits bones. Don't allow the carriage to move. And exhale. Reaching up to get over to your side. Don't compress over here. Inhale. Open up this rib. And exhale. Back up to your center. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Elevate. Up and over. Opening through the rib. And exhale back to your center. Last one. Don't let the arms get too high. And exhale. Belly in. Reaching up. Keeping the shoulders down. And exhale back to your center. Good. Go ahead and relax your arms down. That can be really tiring on the arms. Circle the shoulders. Forward and back. Good. And now we're going to go into a little bit of articulating the spine, combining that flexion and extension and rotation. So let's start first. Let's go ahead and place your hands on the foot bar. And we're going to do a wave motion through the spine. So here, I want you to inhale and elevate your spine. And as you exhale, I want you to send the carriage away. And you're extending the spine here, so I want you to keep that sternum reaching out over the foot bar. Hold it here. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and curl your tailbone under and feel that relationship between the head and the sacrum. Inhale, go ahead and elevate that spine. And exhale, send the carriage away. Open up behind the knee. Really lengthen those hamstrings. Reaching the chest out. Hold it here. Inhale. And now exhale, curl that tailbone. Yes, let that head fall. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. You're right on top of the sits bones here. And as you send the carriage away, I want you to lengthen out. Don't compress to the low back. Really lengthen. Hold it there on your inhale. Get a little further. And then exhale and pull that back in. Now inhale a little up tall, and we're going to add the rotation. So you're going to take your hands and you're going to place it on this side of the foot bar. Now we're going to go into the wave from here. So you're going to inhale, sit up nice and tall. And exhale, send the carriage away. Make sure you still have that belly tight. Good. Hold it there on your inhale, going a little longer. And then exhale, curl, pulling it in. Inhale, sit up tall as you bring in the hands to the other side. And exhale, send the carriage away. Lengthen that spine. Get it really long here. Hold it there on your inhale, and then exhale, curl that tailbone. Pulling it back in. Inhale, sit up tall as you bring the hands back over here. And exhale, send it away. Open up behind the knee. Hold it there. Inhale, get a little longer. And then exhale, curl that tailbone. Bringing it in, sitting up tall, switching to the other side. Last one, adding the rotation. And exhale, send it away. Keep the chest open. Hold it there. Inhale a little longer. And exhale, curl. Pulling it in. Good, we're going to finish it off, doing it here in the center. Arms back to the center. And exhale, send it away. You should get a little bit longer here. We've opened up that spine and really got it moving. And exhale, curl it in. Okay, last one. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Reach down through those sits bones. And exhale, send it away. Good, hold it there. Inhale, longer, longer, longer. And exhale, curl. Beautiful. Good, and relax those arms down. And those are the basic movements through the spine.